Hi guys, this is Jana and Czech with Jana. We are talking about Czech culture, Czech customs, and Czech habits. Let's dive into it. So today I want to tell you a little bit about the Czech education system because the autumn is coming very soon. Unfortunately, it is the end of the summer, which is sad for me because I love summer and winter time. But anyway, so back to school. It's now on. In our stores, you can buy stuff to prepare yourself or your kid to be ready to the school. So, education here in the Czech Republic is that you start with the nursery if you want. You can go there since you're about 6 months years old, and you can go there until you're 2 years old. It is voluntary. It is not very common to do so because you have the maternity support from the Czech Republic system, from the state, for 3 years. So for 3 years, you're supposed, if you worked for at least half a year, you are supported by the Czech social system. So it is common that you're at home with your child or children and just enjoying time with them. So if you send your kids to the nursery, often other people or neighbors are looking at you like that you're this mean mother, that you don't want to spend time with your children. When you are 3 years, you go to the kindergarten. You're there from 3 to 6 years. So it is for 3 years. This is also not mandatory, but it is very common. So nearly all kids go there. It is supported by a school system, so the state pays for that, but you have to pay a little bit, and you pay for a part of the money for meal preparations, for a meal that is provided in the kindergarten, which is the breakfast, snack, lunch, and after lunch the kid can sleep at kindergarten, and then there is another snack. So you can go home at noon, so you're there since 8 a.m. till noon, or after lunch you can go have rest, and afterwards someone can pick you up, let's say at 4 p.m. So that is the other option. So you have to pay for the meals, but the rest is paid by state. Unless you would pick some private kindergarten, for example, with some foreign languages or something special like that. But also that is not very common. So many people, the majority, goes to public kindergarten. I believe that the last year of kindergarten is strongly recommended to prepare yourself for a basic school, because when you're 6 years old, you have to go to the school. You cannot omit that. You basically must go. If you don't go, your parents can be arrested. Lately, there is a new trend that if you have a high enough education, like you have some master's degrees, I believe, then you can apply to teach your kid at home yourself. And it is something special. I'm really not familiar with that much, but you can do so, and the kid goes just for some kind of exams to school. But anyway, it is not very common. The vast majority goes to normal school. It is a public basic school where you go, and it is for 9 years. So you start when you are 6 and you are done when you are 15. There are 9 grades, and every school year starts the 1st of September and it ends the last day of June, so 30th of June. It is the end of the school year. Of course, there are some little breaks like autumn break, winter break, spring break. Like each holidays for about a week, but for Christmas sometimes it is like 10 days. It depends how it goes, but and the summertime, that's for 2 months, so you have the whole month of July and August to have free time and enjoy yourself. So you go for 9 years to basic school. If you badly behave, you can be sent to some special school. They have bars in the windows. You are monitored. You have been monitored the whole time, and only really bad kids, naughty ones, and those who cannot behave properly are kicked out from ordinary basic school, and they go to this special school, which is basically for dumb kids or badly behaved kids who cannot concentrate, or they are criminals and so on. So no one wants to go to this school. And then when you're 15 years old, you will receive your ID, and this ends for you, and nothing else is mandatory. Only this basic school is mandatory in the Czech Republic. The rest is up to you. So if you want, you can decide and continue to study. So we have a high school, which is typical. You go to high school for 4 years and study, which you will end with some kind of diploma from the high school. There are many types of high school that you can choose from, and you study whatever department you prefer or you like. Or if you love to study, you don't know which high school to pick, you can go to grammar school and study all subjects. It is like the general knowledge to deep that. You also can start with grammar school when you are in the 5th grade of basic school. You can apply, and instead of going to the 6th grade, you go to the grammar school and study there for 8 years, which is for those kids who are very smart, very intelligent and bright, and they're there together with other bright kids. And then it is so much easier for you to be accepted to the university compared to those who haven't studied that much like you did. So when you finish basic school, you can If you don't like to study, you like to do stuff manually, or you like technical stuff, you don't want to study much, you just want to do handy things, you can go to trade school, which is for 3 years, lower education than a normal high school, but then you can apply after trade school for another extra 2 years of studying, and then your education is similar to those guys who went to high school, but it is a little bit different type of education system, because you're 1 week at school and another week you're in some kind of training program. It is, for example, if you want to be a car repair, electrician, or a hairdresser, seller, and stuff like that. So you're training yourself in those environments. So you finish your high school, you have your diploma, and then with this diploma you're allowed to apply for the university if you want to. So then there's very difficult to... Also, I wanted to mention that you can study high school, which is private, but also not very common in the Czech Republic. If you go to private school, you are considered being pretty stupid, and people will laugh at you. They will tell you, oh, you went to a private school, not a state school, because private school is not that developed. It is easier to pass. So we say, if you are stupid, you go to private school because you paid for that. So your parents have at least money, so they paid for your education. Otherwise, you would end up with nothing. So unlikely compared to the United States, where more you pay, the better education you will receive. It is not the same here. So the best is to go to the state school, which is totally free, and you don't pay for anything. It is paid by the state and not by yourself. And then there is the university, which is also free, but it is difficult to get there. There are so many candidates who would love to study there, but it is pretty difficult to get to. Especially there is the Charles University, for example, which is based in Prague, and so many people want to study there. There are so many faculties, you can study whatever you want to there, but again, it is hard to get in. Or you can study other schools around the whole Czech Republic, other universities, they're free. You can pick your studies in English, and there is some extra fee, because those teachers have to be paid that they are able to teach in English. So you can study in English. It is a good option for you, because Czech universities are very, very cheap. Basically, they are free. So the only thing that you pay is that you're studying in English. If you would pick your studies in Czech, it's free. But if you want to study in English, there is some little fee, but it is pretty low. I recommend you to check that out, because it is definitely affordable. And then you have your bachelor degree, which is not enough after 3 years, but it is not enough here. It is not common. If you have just a bachelor degree, people will ask you, oh, so what happened? Why you didn't finish your school? Were you kicked out, or something happened, or what happened? So for us, it means you have university when you're done, when you have your master's degree. So you were studying the university for 5 years. Of course, if you're a doctor, that's for 6 years. And you study there. And then if you are very diligent, you want to study more, you apply for the PhD, which is for 2 or 3 years, and you can finish your PhD there and be very, very educated. So this was a roughly roughly idea how it works for your better imagination. So the school year always starts the 1st of September and ends the 30th of June. If you're at the university, some universities, they start in the middle of September or beginning of October. So they have a holiday, sometimes even 3 months, the summer break. But next to it, if you have any questions about the education system in the Czech Republic, type the comment below. Let me know. I'm happy to answer. Have a great day.